Welcome and welcome back. Welcome to Seek to See podcast. My name is Shonda, and I am your gracious host for this installment. Today is Tuesday, February 25th. February 25th. And today here in Southern Georgia, it is sunny outside, as you can see. It's nice and bright outside. It's very beautiful out today. I didn't get to do the podcast early this morning. I went and I had to do just a little bit of shopping this morning. And now I'm back. It's like around 12:52 in the afternoon. And so I'm just now getting to it. I'm getting ready to have my lunch. At the same time I talk to you all, but welcome and welcome back. I didn't get to eat my vitamins this morning either, but I'm gonna have my vitamins. Yeah. Now I just want to tell y'all, I was telling my family over at Seek to See Tarot, that the Black Girl vitamins have really been helping me a lot. So what I usually take, just to kind of let you guys in on what I take, I take the collagen. Now I was gonna take the collagen powder, but I just wanted to be real simple because I'm like my day can get crazy. So I take the collagen gummies. I take the D3, okay, and it's like a peach, mango, and strawberry flavor. These things are good. This is vitamin D, high potency vitamin D, and probiotics. We need a probiotic really bad. And I take hair, skin, and nails, okay? And I also take a sea moss supplement as well, okay? And what we don't know especially as Black women, we need, and the collagen is like a lemon flavor. The probiotics is like a strawberry flavor. D3, I already said that. And the skin, hair, and nails is like a passion fruit flavor. And the sea moss is something you just swallow. But I'm going to tell you, what I didn't know is that as Black women, well, I think all women, but when we turn 30, we lose 1% of collagen every single year once we turn 30. Didn't know that. No one ever told me that. So I usually take my supplements every morning. I didn't take them this morning, but I'm going to take them now. I took my sea moss already. But I take my supplements every morning. And it takes about 2 weeks for you to kind of start to see a difference. But it took about a week and a half for me. My sleep improved. My energy improved a lot. That's why now, if you think about it, I wasn't up on this podcast. I started the podcast and I just couldn't get into the podcast. But if you think about it, now I'm here. But that's because I have the energy now to do it since I've been taking my supplements. And you all know, if you know me before, when I first started the podcast, I started it and I just didn't have the energy to just kind of stay with it because I just had no energy. But now, since I've been taking my supplements, I have the energy now to kind of just keep going because I don't have that brain fog. I don't have I'm not tired. I'm not worn out. I'm just going. I feel good. I feel real good now. You know, so I'm telling you, these things I'm telling you, it's been helping me tremendously. Yeah. But anywho, and I also take an iron supplement because I think these have iron in them. I think one of the supplements have iron in them already. One of them, I think it's the hair, skin, and nails have iron in them. Yeah. But I take an extra iron supplement or it is sea moss, but I take iron anyway. just because I think as Black women, we don't get enough iron in what we eat daily anyway. But anyway, let's get into the topics at hand. I was going through my, yesterday, I was reading something online. There's an outbreak of measles in Texas. An outbreak of measles in Texas. And there was between 90 and 100 cases in around the Gaines area, Gaines, Texas. That's like around Lubbock somewhere. And here's my thing with that, though. This is like with kids. Most of these cases are kids, right? My thing is this. I thought measles was eradicated like a long time ago. But as I began to read the article, no, that's because these crazy parents didn't get their kids vaccinated for measles. Some of these parents didn't want to get their kids vaccinated for darn near anything at all. How they get them in school, I don't know. How they get them in daycare, I don't know. But here's the thing. When I lived in Texas, that is true. You can opt out of getting your child unvaccinated. Yes, you can. Because I know my second daughter had a hard time with getting vaccines. And we were able to opt out of getting certain vaccines for her. Okay? And I thought that was really strange that they were allowing us to opt out of vaccines, right? I had never heard of that before. But in Texas, you can do that. But in Texas, it's a lot of things you can do in Texas that you can't do anywhere else. Let me tell you, Texas is a strange place. First of all, no tea, no shade if you live in Texas. No tea, no shade. I used to live there. I lived in Dallas, Fort Worth. Okay? Yeah. For quite some time. So I lived there for quite some time. I worked there, lived there. My last two sons were born there. Okay? No. My last son was born there. My second to last son was born in Europe. He was born in Germany, in Würzburg, Germany. Okay? So, but let me tell you something. Texas is one of those places where I remember where a woman, they were trying to keep women from even getting birth control in Texas. They were trying to keep women from being able to have abortions in Texas. So I'm not surprised by this whole thing with vaccinations. I'm not freaking surprised by Texas. I'm not surprised by them. And I remember, let me tell you, this was so crazy, okay? Now, let me get back to the story first before I delve into my crap, okay? These people, that's just trash people. These kids are sick over in Gaines, Texas. They're sick. These babies are sick. They allow the parents to not vaccinate these kids. And so they were getting other kids sick. That's how it became close to 100 other kids and adults getting sick from measles. I was under the impression that the disease was eradicated. That I was under that impression myself. But you have these crazy parents who want their kids to be not vaccinated. In this day and age, you need to have your kids vaccinated. Hell, you don't know what people walking around here with. Sheesh. So that's how it happened. You have some of these people running around here with these crazy theories. Now, I'm not saying that our healthcare system is the best, but what I am saying is that in the United States, it's so much disease and people, and I must say this, and maybe in my own ignorance, people are just not clean. People are just not clean. I'm going to be honest. People are not clean. And when people are not clean, that's when you start harboring disease and virus and bacteria. I'm telling you, I'm being honest, because I've seen it. And with people, and maybe in my own ignorance, you have so many people who are sexually messed up in the head. They go around here sleeping with just anything and everything. That's how you spread diseases and viruses. If you know what I'm saying here. Because people do some strange things here. Okay? And that's how diseases get spread. And then you cohabitate with these strange, these mental giants, And I'm just being honest. That's why you have to really vet people. You have to vet people because people out here are strange as hell. They're strange as hell. And they do strange things. They do. And that's why we have so many diseases. That's why we have so many inbreds. Because these people do strange things. People can't go out here and just have normal relationships and do normal things with normal people. They have to go out here and just... If you've seen some of the... If you trust me... Some of the things that I have seen just through the mortuary business, just through formal education, just through what I do what I do now as a reader, as a tarot card reader, you would freaking fall out by the things that you see, that I've seen, that people do. Yeah. That is nothing new is under nothing is nothing new under the sun with some folks. You have to vet these some weird folks, some weird ass people. And if you really knew what people were capable of at their core, you wouldn't even let them around you. You wouldn't even let them around you. I'm telling you. So I'm not surprised with this whole measles thing, this measles outbreak. So you have a whole case of measles in in Gaines, Texas, because these crazy parents don't want their kids vaccinated, but what they don't realize is that that one child is a is basically a danger to thousands and thousands and maybe millions of people. That one child. Yeah. But if other people are vaccinated, then other people are okay. But if you have babies, if that one child is around other babies who aren't vaccinated just yet, then yeah. But you see that just that one child or 5 children who aren't vaccinated, who their parents choose not to vaccinate them, they got 100 other 100 people got sick. So yeah, so Texas is a weird place to live. Like I said before, they don't want. I remember I want to say this is some years back. As some of you all who are watching, you probably remember when this is not even 10 years ago, where Texas didn't want to. Were trying to prosecute healthcare providers for helping women to get abortions. They didn't even want women getting birth control. I remember when I had my last son, and I knew that I was leaving. I was getting out of my marriage. I knew I was still married at the time, but I knew I was leaving. I had made it up in my head that I was gone. I was out of there. And he knew, I didn't tell him, but he knew. He said, "Oh, Shonda's out of here." No sooner she dropped this low, she out of here. I know she out of here, because she gone. Pew. And do you not know, my doctor, she's a black doctor. She's real cool too. Real cool. And her and I had a conversation. I said, "Look at here, Doc. I need you to go ahead and put this here birth control in as soon as I have this here boy. 'Cause I ain't sticking around." She said, "Okay, Miss Blair, I hear you." So we had a conversation. And but he knew I was leaving. And I tell you, no sooner as I delivered my son, do you not know, he stopped her. Because in the state of Texas, they have it to where it's a law, to where if you and the husband are not in agreement, the woman cannot get birth control. If you're married and you and your spouse are not in agreement, you cannot get birth control. That woman cannot get birth control. Yeah. So she said, and she tried to set it up, because we had already talked about it. She tried to set it up for me. And so she said, "Okay, Mrs. No sooner my boy came out, she said, 'Okay, Miss Blair, I'm going to put the birth control in.'" She hollered it out. She said, "I'm putting the birth control in." And here he go, "No, I'm not in agreement." I looked at him. I said, I yelled at him. I said, "You sorry son of a bitch." I said, "You sorry son of a bitch." Yeah, I was hot. Man, I was so damn hot that day. I said, "Oh, hell no. I'm out of here, man. What are you talking about?" I said, "Oh, hell But it's all right. And then soon after, I was pregnant yet again. Soon after, but I miscarried, so it was okay. But I was able to get the birth control after I ended up miscarrying. And soon after, I ended up getting birth control. But anyway, so Texas is one of those funny ass places where they let people do stuff like this. So I'm not surprised they do stuff crazy shit like this. This is crazy. This is wild. This should not be happening in the United States. I remember when my granddaughter was born, and my daughter at the time, she was 16 when my granddaughter was born. And her dad, my granddaughter's dad, he was 17. So they were teenage parents. And so of course, me, I'm the grandmother, and so I'm having to be the one who make really most of the decisions. And so his mother, you know, she ain't got a clue. She bananas. She's like a kid, because she had his mother, you know, my granddaughter's dad, his mother is just as young as he is, because she had him at 14, 15, you know. So she can't really make any good decisions about anything. So who's the one making decisions for everybody? Moi. So here he comes talking about he doesn't want his daughter vaccinated. I said, if you don't go sit your narrow ass down, go sit your narrow ass down. I don't believe in vaccinations because vaccinations got robots in them. I said, go sit your narrow ass down. Your bright ass and her done already made a crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like. So, you know, it's people like these people that make crazy decisions like this, you know, like measles, you know, like, and I haven't wrote down a piece of paper, talking about measles, talking about they don't want the kids vaccinated. These mental giants that do stuff like this. It's weird. Anyway, on to the next story here. Joy Reid, she was fired from MSNBC. And I saw her, she was crying on the internet. I saw her crying about being fired. And to a degree, I felt bad for her, but then again, I didn't, right? I felt bad for her because she is a melanated woman, you know, so I can relate to her, okay? I can relate to her because she's one of our own, okay? However, I didn't feel bad for her. Why? I didn't. Because she should have known, with the rhetoric that she speaks about, with the rhetoric that comes out of her mouth about Donald Trump and about him being president and so on and so forth, she should have known that when he became president, that she was not going to have the protection. She should have known that she was not going to have a job. She should have known that she does not have the complexion for the protection. I don't know what part that she thought that, hey, I'm going to still have a job. I don't know. But, sister girl, you should have had plan B lined up. I don't know where we think, I was dating a guy who had it in his heart that Donald Trump was not going to get reelected. Oh, he thought, and this guy is from Senegal. So he believes in democracy to the 10th power, and they would never reelect a person who is convicted of a crime, and he will never get I said, let me explain something to you, sweetheart. I don't know where you think you live at. But sweetheart, you live on U.S. soil. And if you think for a moment that they ain't going to reelect that man, sweetheart, they going to do just what you think they ain't going to do, is reelect that man. And he spewed me down to tell me that they ain't going to do it. I said, you a lie. They going to reelect that man. I don't give a damn how many crimes he commit, they going to reelect him. He going to get reelected. I promise you that. I said, I ain't even got to pull my cards out to show you that. He's going to get reelected. Baby, listen to me today. He's going to get reelected. And everybody who opposed him, they're going to get the guillotine. Baby, he gonna shut him down. Everybody who was against him, they gonna get it. He gonna make them suffer. Everybody. Because why? He's the type of man that everybody loves a winner. Yes. So, with that said, Joy Reid should have known that she was going to get it. She should have known that. And so instead of crying about losing her job, which I understand how it is to lose a job that you love and you felt like your voice mattered. So if you feel like your voice mattered, take your voice, take a producer, set up shop in your home, set up a studio in your home, and get you a whole YouTube channel. Get you a whole internet channel. And everybody who loves you, that values your voice, they will follow you. I promise you that they will. They will follow you. they will follow you. If they love you as you feel like they do, they will follow you. But mainstream media is not where it's at anymore. I could have told her that. That's not where it's at anymore. Ain't nobody watching TV no more like that. I haven't watched TV in years. I don't even know what's going on TV anymore. So, baby, you didn't lose. You really won. So, for that man to have you fired or MSNBC to fire you, baby, that really was probably the best thing they ever did for you, baby girl. They probably did the best thing for you. Yeah. They probably hooked you up, really, to be honest. Yeah. Well, that's all I got, because I ain't got no more. If you like, I was going to say, if you like the book of personal. I love you all. Gratitude, Ashe. I will see you over on Tickety Talk, and I'll see you over on Seek to See Tarot. I love you all. Gratitude, Ashe. Namaste.